Hello everyone. Since I already did an earlier video on the other things I was working on, I'm going to show you this expanded chat thing. So I've taken it off and re-looked at everything and decided there are certain parts that can wait until we actually get hooked into a network or something. But to get the essential foundations in place. So we don't have a chat, like a block feature yet, but again, we would be doing that with a network anyways. So this is for localized options right now, and let's just go ahead and get into it and show you. So, as before, we have the primary world chat, clan chat, and private chat, which requires the network before we could even actually use it, because we'd have to have somebody here to invite to it. So, and then of course, players present. So anybody who's got their registration through the UI, their information should show up here or on the network with the same stuff. But this is all localized right now. Now, when we go in here, I'm going to actually just go into clan chat, because we can still wipe it out now. Take that off because we're not doing anything in there. Now, let's go back here, select that, and let's save it. So we have a thing called CyberChat that goes straight to your documents for saving the conversation, and if you do a report, it'll do the same thing. So let's go into documents and open it up. So there's your different log information. And so there's that, and it says that this no message selected, so let's click on that and yeah, for whatever reason that's not wanting to work as well. I'll deal with it later. But essentially it's a report thing. That's why I just have the pencil on there as the icon. And it's just one part, so it's not really as important. Especially if you're already going to save the chat anyway. So I might just remove that part. Or just leave it in there until networking and all that. Ghost mode. Also privacy, if you will. This works out pretty good. Removes you from players present, and if you're in scene, it removes your name. If you turn it back off, you get to see everything again. Kind of like with the toggle over here that I've got set up. We can toggle it on and off, but this is a separate system. This is just it's supposed to be so it's off in your view, but I'm going to need to set it up where it still would be visible in other people's views. And the purpose of it is keep the main visual real estate as clean and as free as possible. So there's that part. And this is the fun part I finally got working. This is going to be a little weird sounding. but you'll hear it, I think. So let's go ahead and give it a go. Yeah, there we go. So that's something that needs to be resolved because it's pulling it directly from the microphone. But it's working. We need to I do need to figure out a way to get it to where it's not looping in on itself and causing that negative feedback. Not something I'm very skilled with, but I wanted to at least get the start of it in place. No, I still haven't gotten animations working right. Other than the one here with the player not sliding anymore. I'll go ahead and show you this. So we'll do this, and I'm trying to move, and I won't move. So when you're in death state, you shouldn't be. And then since I don't have the thing set up in there, you know, whatever. Still having a little bit of issues with that going full when I, you know, up a level. So that's like totally restored. But I'm really not going to mess with it. Like I said, I want to get as much of the architecture in place, and that way somebody can come in who can help refactor it, tie it in with the network system, and we can start at least socializing in this thing as the other features get worked on. For example, you know, being able to use all this. And that little highlight shows me that it's been selected. So if I wanted to delete it now, I can. And this is set up to where if it's not an active AOP, you're not going to be able to just turn it on, but you will be able to click it to either do the trial, like a 7-day trial, or pay for your 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, 1 year, that kind of thing, for having your pass. So I am making sure that, unlike a certain other place that used to exist, the passes are actually going to be set up exactly as stated they will be, and you will get exactly what's, you know, stated that'll be in there. So it's not going to be like, oh well, it's in beta, so it's false advertising, you know, so we can get around that. I'm not going to play that game with people. I think the next thing I'm going to work on is being able to select a picture from your computer and upload your own little avatar, so it would show up like if I click on somebody here, you get a little mini profile so you can see their image and, you know, what's not displayed on their, you know, general information. But yeah, I don't even think there's really going to need to be a lot on that one other than maybe like invites when you click on somebody in the world. But you'll be doing the left click on that, and when it comes to triggering any kind of like picking up things, that unlike the coins where you just like run into and get them that way, when it comes to like picking up an object, and this is the one thing that I am having issues with, picking up, storing an object, and then being able to drop it in any scene back and forth, which will be needed for a couple of different puzzle challenges. That'll drop the clone prefab of the object back into said scene. So if I like grab it from over here in first landing, and I go to my home, I should be able to, you know, find it in like an inventory list, click the drop button for it to, you know, manifest and drop in the scene. and then be able to pick it up again and come back here or go anywhere else and do the same thing without it crashing. That'll be a nice part. As far as the account creation part, I got most of it in place. So again, that one little hang up, I'm just going to leave it alone. So I don't go too far in it, and I'm just more or less working on the style of things, and trying to keep all the content, pretty much in one place, so you don't have to sit there and search all the different buttons just to get to one area to change your inventory for your avatar, and have to go through all these extra hoops and whatever to get anything done. But anyway, hope you enjoy seeing the chat part nearly complete. And I'm going to rebuild this again, where I've got the other locations, but I think I'm going to make it a little bit like more square and smaller again to try and keep the UI more compact. And we really don't need it this long, because I'm not expecting having any scenes like 15 words across. I know somebody out there is probably like, ooh, I'm going to do that somewhere, but yeah, it seems a little bit excessive. Might even try to compact it where we can, have two side scrollers, so, just side to side. I think that might actually work better now I think about it. Well, something to look into, but anyway, just making a note of that. List of the things I did with the chat today is going to be in the information below here on YouTube, and feel free to share it with anybody who might be interested in helping further develop this project. Thank you very much, and take care of yourselves. I'm going to go get some sleep now.